Hello students, this is Taranam Jahan and I'm here with you all people in order to start the new chapter from Geography. So let's begin with a new chapter from Geography. So let's start with the third chapter of your Geography, which is called as Minerals and Power Resources. And this is for the class 8 and we are following both the NCERT and BY education. So now let's begin with the introduction. As your chapter name is Minerals and the Power Resources, so let's know first what are minerals first. So minerals are naturally occurring substances that have a definite chemical composition. Minerals are formed in different types of geological environments under varying conditions such as evaporation of water, extreme heat and pressure. These all involved in creating an minerals over there. Minerals can be identified on the basis of their physical and the chemical properties, like in the physical properties such as like color, density, hardness, and the chemical properties such as solubility. Tropical regions are very rich in mineral resources. Now, what are these tropical regions? The regions which falls under the Tropic of Capricorn and Tropic of Cancer is called as tropical regions. So, the minerals which are found in rocks and seabeds. So where do we find the minerals? Usually in the rocks and the seabeds. So now let's see what types of minerals are being found in the rocks and seabeds. Now we have seen the introduction of the minerals. Now let's see how the minerals have been classified. So these minerals are classified into two, that is the metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. Then again the metallic minerals are again classified into two, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. And non-metallic minerals are also classified into different types. So let's discuss what are metallic minerals. Metallic minerals are the minerals that contains metals in them, that too in a raw form. These metallic minerals are again classified into two, that is ferrous and non-ferrous. Ferrous minerals are nothing but they contain iron in them. And most of the iron and steel industries and the heavy industries depend on these minerals. Now what are non-ferrous minerals? Non-ferrous minerals, they do not contain iron in them, but they contain some other metals like gold, silver, copper, lead, etc. These metals are hard substances that conduct heat and electricity and have luster or shine. For example, like iron ore and bauxite. They have shine in them, they have luster in them, and usually many of the wires which have been used for the electricity are all of non-ferrous. Now, non-metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals are the minerals that do not contain any metal in them. Example like limestone, mica, gypsum, coal and petroleum. These minerals are mostly found in the form of ores and need to be extracted and purified before being used. Now, how all these non-metallic minerals are being extracted? There are different methods in order to extract these non-metallic minerals. Now, let's see all the different methods how we extract these non-metallic minerals from the bed of the earth or rocks. Now let's see the different method of extraction of the minerals. The first is mining. Mining is a process of taking out the minerals from the rocks that are buried under the earth's surface. Now it includes two methods of mining. The first is open cast mining and the second is shaft mining. Now what is open cast mining? Minerals are taken out from the shallow depth by removing the surface layer, which is called as open cast mining. Now, what is shaft mining? Deep bores called shafts are made to reach the minerals deposits that are deep under the soil layers. So that is called as shaft mining. Then the third is drilling. Drilling is where the deep wells are bored to take out the minerals. Then the fourth is quarrying. Quarrying is where the minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out. Minerals based industries and the backbone of the industrial development of the nation depends on this mining. And mining needs cheap labor and the resources in order to extract it off. So you will understand these all the methods, how all this open casting, shaft mining, drilling and quarrying has been done with the short video which has been added with this slide.
Extraction of minerals. Rocks from which minerals are mined are known as ores. Let us see how the minerals are extracted. The minerals are taken out from rocks buried under the earth's surface. This is known as mining. We will discuss the various types of mining. Minerals that lie at shallow depths are taken out by removing the surface layer. This is known as open cast mining. Deep bores called shafts take out mineral deposits that lie at great depths. This is called shaft mining. Petroleum and natural gas occur far below the earth's surface, so deep wells are bored to take them out is called drilling. Minerals that lie near the surface are simply dug out by the process known as quarrying.
Now let's see the distribution of the minerals. Minerals are found in the igneous, metamorphic and sedimentary rocks. Rocks appear different in color due to the minerals present in them. Metallic minerals are mostly found in igneous and metamorphic rocks like copper, nickel, platinum, chromites and iron. The iron rocks in Western Australia is known to change color every day, in every season, depending on the light falling on it. In sedimentary rocks like non-metallic minerals like limestones and the phosphate and the metallic minerals like manganese can be found. Coal and petroleum are also found in the sedimentary rocks. Let's see how minerals are distributed in the different countries. Asia produces more than 50% of the world's tin. Among the world leading producer of the tin are China, Malaysia and Indonesia, followed by Brazil and Bolivia, which are the largest producer of tin. Large deposits of iron ore are also found in the India and China. Brazil produces high-grade iron ore and it is the largest producer in the world. India is a leading producer of mica in the world. India is also one of the leading producer of the exporter of salt. Deccan and Chota Nagpur in India provides a rich level of mineral distribution. Like iron and bauxite can be found in Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Jharkhand, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh are the major mica producing states. Gold deposits can be found in Kolar mines in Karnataka, which are one of the deepest mines in the world. Europe is a leading producer of iron ore in the world. Chile and Peru are the leading producer of copper. In South America, there are the deposits of gold, silver, zinc, chromium, manganese, bauxite, mica, platinum, and the other diamonds, etc. are being found in South America. The world's largest producer of diamond, gold, and platinum is Africa. South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Zaire produces a major part of gold in the world. Australia is the leading producer of gold, diamond, iron ore, tin, and nickel and is the largest producer of bauxite too. Antarctica is a variety of mineral deposits are found over here. They usually have the significant size of the deposits of coal and the Transtratic Mountains deposits of ore forecasted near the Prince Charles Mountain of East Antarctica. Iron ore, gold, silver are all present in the commercial quantities. Switzerland is the only country which has no known minerals deposits in it. So till now we have seen how these minerals have been distributed in the various countries. Now let's see that what are the uses of these minerals, why we are extracting them, for what purpose they have been used for. So let's see the uses of minerals. Silicon. Silicon is obtained from the quartz and is used in computer industries. Aluminium. Aluminium is obtained from its ore bauxite and is used in the manufactures of automobiles, bottling, and canning industries, and even in the cookware and foil. Aluminium oxide or aluminum hydroxide is used safely in the cosmetics, medicines, and medical devices. Granite. This is one of the hardest rock found in the nature and it is used as building stones. It is made up of three minerals like quartz, feldspar and mica. Gypsum. This is used in making plasters of Paris which is used as a cast on broken arms or legs. Graphite. This is used for making leads for the pencils and talc is used to make crayons and paints. Sulfur. Sulfur is used in making matches, explosive sulfuric acids, fertilizer chemicals, and dyes. Mica. This is used as an electrical appliances and the glass making industries. Copper. Copper is obtained from the metallic minerals called chalcopyrite or a copper pyrite. It is a good conductor of heat and electricity, and it is also so flexible that it can be rolled into flat sheets, wires, and other shapes. Therefore, it is used to make electrical cables, wires, and switches. Copper is also used in making coins, utensils, and pipes. Iron. Iron is obtained from the iron ores such as limonite, hematite, and magnetite. This iron is mainly used to manufacture steel. It is almost used by all the industries for the manufacturing ships, airplanes, cars, cycles, trucks, and vans. It is also used in the construction of industry to make buildings support and structure, and it is also used in the manufacture of computers and office stationeries like staples, nails, and paper clips. Manganese is a key component in the production of iron and steel. Then the next is gold and silver. These are the rare metals used to make jewelry, medallions, and coins. And these are also used in the dentistry and medicines, mostly used for making teeth. Many of them are interested in making a teeth of gold. So it is mostly used by the dentist even in order to make the teeth of gold. So the certain minerals called as gemstones are hard and come in the various colors. They used to make the jewelries. Some gemstones like diamonds, sapphires, emeralds and rubies are rare and very expensive and are known as precious stones, and they are very expensive too. Some gemstones like turquoise, garnet, amethyst, aquamarine, topaz, moonstone, these are the stones which have been very rare and semi-precious stone. Gemstones are cut and polished first, then set into a precious metal like gold, silver and platinum in order to make an artistic jewelry. Diamond is the hardest minerals found on the earth and it is used for making cutting tools for cutting other gemstones. Minerals are also essential for all the living beings. Iron is present in every living cells and essential for the production of hemoglobin, which is a primary component of red blood cells. Other minerals like zinc, manganese, copper, and fluoride are also required in very small amount in our diet. Anything which has been given to you or anything which is given to all the human being by the nature, each and everything are of two types. The one is renewable and the other is non-renewable. So it is our human duty in order to conserve the resources which have been naturally given to us by the earth. So even it is a human duty in order to conserve the minerals too. So let's see the point, conservation of minerals. Minerals are non-renewable resources, and therefore it is very important to control their use and conserve them. The way of conserving minerals are reduce the amount of waste, recycle them, and reuse these metals. Then only we humans can conserve these minerals as they are of non-renewable resources. The next topic is power resources. Now, what are these power resources? Why do we require these power resources? Power resources are required for industries and even for our domestic use, like agriculture, transport, communication, and defense. Power resources are of two types, that is, conventional sources and non conventional sources. Under the conventional sources, we have coal, petroleum, and natural gas. Under the non conventional sources, we have solar energy, wind energy, biogas, tidal energy, and geothermal energy. So, we are going to discuss this all the conventional sources and the non conventional sources in detail. Now, let's first see the conventional sources. The energy resources which have been in common use for a long time are known as conventional sources. Like firewood and fossil fuels are the two main conventional energy sources. Fossil fuel comprises of coal, petroleum, as we have seen natural gas. So we will discuss it one by one. Coal. Coal is also known as the buried sunshine. The major coal producing countries in the world are China, the USA, Germany, Russia, South Africa, and France. In India, the major coal producing areas is Raniganj, Jharia, Dhanbad, and Bokaro. Bokaro is a place in Jharkhand. About 80% of the coal is mined from the Damodar Valley. Disadvantages of the using coal as a fuel are that it is a bulky to transport and its source of pollution. So these are the demerits of your coal. Then comes your petroleum. Petroleum is also known as the black gold. The world's petroleum means rock oil and is found between the layer of rocks in the form of thick black liquid. Petroleum in its raw form is called as crude oil, which is drilled from the oil fields located in the offshore and the coastal areas. The major petroleum producing countries the world are Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar. The major advantage of petroleum is that it can be easily transported in the tankers. Then comes your natural gas. Natural gas is nothing but it is found with the petroleum deposits. It released when the crude oil is brought to the surface. Now let's see the non-conventional sources. The non-conventional sources of energy are renewable and are unlimited in nature but are more expensive since they need technological upgradation. Energy from the sun, wind, and tides, nuclear energy, energy from the earth, and from the decayed organic matters are called as non conventional sources of energy. Now, let's see one by one what are these non conventional sources of energy. The first is solar energy. It is inexhaustible and non polluting form of energy. It is heat and light of the sun which is primary source of all the energy on the earth. Solar panels made up of number of solar cells that absorb solar energy and convert it into electricity. These are used to convert the solar energy into heat and then to the electrical energy, and this can be effectively used in the tropical countries that receive abundant sunlight. And usually you do find the solar energy, the solar plates mostly in the even we are using for the house purpose even. as it is reducing the electricity charges. Then comes your wind energy. Wind energy is the energy which is generated from the winds. It is renewable and low cost, safe and clean source of energy. Windmills are used to produce electricity. Now, disadvantages of wind energy are it contributes to the noise pollution and can be harmful to the birds because the wings which are moving due to the force of the wind can kill the bird. So, that is why these are the demerits of wind energy. Then comes your tidal energy or nuclear energy. Nuclear energy. It is the energy stored in the nuclei of radioactive elements like uranium and thorium. It is produced during the nuclear fission when the nucleus is split. During the nuclear fission, huge amount of heat and light energy is released. Then the next is geothermal energy. Geo means earth and thermal means heat. So it is the heat energy stored inside the earth. It is clean and eco-friendly and can be seen dissipated on the earth's surface in the form of hot springs and natural geysers and volcanoes. The next is tidal energy. Tidal energy is the energy which is generated from the tides which are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun and the rotation of the earth. It is non-polluting and inexhaustible source of energy. Then the next is biogas. Biogas, it is a renewable sources of energy which is produced from the biomass that includes wood from the trees, matters from the dead plants and animals, waste from the other plants, animal dungs and kitchen waste. This can be used to generate electricity, light, heat, motion and fuel. And it is low cost of source of energy and easy to operate and uses of the bio waste. So these were the conventional and the non-conventional sources of energy. Now if you want to understand this, I am giving you the video. In the next slide you will understand the non-conventional sources of energy in detail.
Global warming and air pollution are two effects of society's dependence on conventional sources of energy. Hence, there is a primary need to use non-conventional sources of energies like nuclear energy, solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, biomass energy, geothermal energy, etc. These sources of energy are abundant, renewable, pollution-free and eco-friendly. These are also called renewable sources of energy. Let us study about the various non-conventional sources of energy. Nuclear energy is produced when the nuclei of atoms of elements are either split or combined. This process is also known as nuclear fission and nuclear fusion. Uranium and thorium, which are available in Jharkhand and the Aravalli ranges of Rajasthan, are used for generating atomic or nuclear power. The monazite sands of Kerala is also rich in thorium. Solar energy. India is a tropical country. It has enormous possibilities of tapping solar energy. Photovoltaic technology converts sunlight directly into electricity. Solar energy can be used for various purposes like cooking, power and electricity generation, and transportation. Wind energy is the second fastest growing source of electricity in the world. India is one of the major producers of wind power in the world. In order to make electricity from wind, energy companies use large windmills called wind turbines. The largest wind farm cluster in India is located from Nagercoil to Madurai in the state of Tamil Nadu. Other wind farms are located in Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, Lakshadweep. The biogas is another renewable energy that can be used to fulfill the energy requirement of the people. The sources of biogas are shrubs, farm waste, animal and human waste. Biogas is produced by the process of decomposition of organic matter. The plants using cattle dung are known as gobar gas plants in rural India. These plants provide energy and improved quality of manure. Oceanic tides can be used to generate electricity. Tidal energy is produced from the surge and fall of the ocean water during tides. It is used in areas where the difference between the rise and fall of the water is large. It includes the following steps. Floodgate dams are built across sea and ocean inlets. During high tide, water flows into these inlets and gets trapped. After the fall of the tide, water retained by the floodgate flows back to sea via a pipe that carries it through a power-generating turbine. Geothermal power plants use superheated fluids from the Earth's geothermal resources to generate electricity that spins turbines on a generator. Two experimental projects have been set up in India to harness geothermal energy. One is located in the Parvati Valley near Manikarn in Himachal Pradesh and the other is located in the Puga Valley, Ladakh. Conservation of energy refers to efforts made to reduce energy consumption and to increase efficiency of energy use. Conservation of energy resources is inevitable. The rising consumption of non-renewable energy resources will finish them and they will not be left for our future generations. We should take the following steps to conserve energy resources. Developing a sustainable source of energy, promoting energy conservation, increasing the use of renewable energy sources, saving electricity and using power-saving devices, etc. There are a number of methods that won't cost you anything, but they will save money.
Now these are some of the questions that have been given in your Viva education, and it also covers your NCERT questions. So try to answer these questions with the help of the PPT girls, and you can answer because each and everything has been clearly mentioned in your PPTs.